All right, we're back. It's another dog sitting, house sitting edition of Sunday Scores. I was gonna get a frame this week, but it didn't work out. And the guy erased his Facebook account before I go get it, so old Miata frame. Maybe I'll hear back from him someday. And there's a guy in outer southeast. I keeps posting good deals and stuff, and no one ever buys it. I keep meaning to go get it. Maybe we'll do that for next week. There is the big swap meet coming up this Saturday. I'm trying to go sell a bunch of stuff there. I'll probably buy some stuff there. So I basically just went to the Sunday salvage sales and got a bunch of stuff, and then I went to Bike Farm and got a couple things. Then went back to the Sunday salvage sales and got some more stuff, and that is about it. And I got some pretty cool stuff this time. So let's check it out. I went, and the first thing I got, I put at the very bottom of here, so it's hard to show. Maybe we'll start at the end and work our way backwards. This Cinelli 110 stem, it's new logo, it's 26.4. I was there, they had a couple cool bikes hanging on the ceiling, and I had them pull it down because I wanted to look at it. One was a Raleigh competition or something like that. It was later 80s, it wasn't so cool, but it was all Reynolds 531. It had this stem in it, and it had a, I don't know, maybe a Tonka headset. The paint was really good. I would have bought this frame, except, you know, it was a race frame, it was 723s only. And I didn't need it, and it was a little modern-y in the 80s, modern, you know, it wasn't a cool 70s one or whatever. But I had the stem in it, and I was like, maybe I should get the stem. And that reminded me of something over at Bike Farm, so I went over there instead. Then I came back, and I was like, you know, I'm going to try to get the stem out. I think they probably left it in because it was stuck. But it just came in the donation, and they didn't care. And it came right out. I came back looking for it, and I'm like, oh, did you put the Raleigh back? Like, oh, you going to get it? And he's like, no, you just sold it to Rich. So my old partner from Kenton Cycle Repair, Rich Walker, he's been going there a little bit because his daughter's like ballet class or something is around the corner. So he's going and hanging out for a minute before he goes and picks her up. And he saw it, he couldn't help himself, and he bought it. He's like, I'll give you the stem, I don't care about it, I got a bunch of stems. That's all you want? I was like, really? I was like, yeah, you can get it out. Because he probably thought it was stuck too. Why else would you leave it in there? So it wasn't too hard. I got a big 6 on it, and it popped loose, and then I whacked it once, and it popped right out. Like I've shown some videos, and it slid out, no big deal. So I got this cool Cinelli new logo 110 stem. It'll just go on eBay, I'm sure. So that was pretty fun. Before that, I went over to Bike Farm, and I got 3 things. I went over there because I remembered, if you watched my last video on removing a stuck stem, I went over there because I saved a Cinelli stem in that video yesterday, and I had to drill out this bolt head to do it. Drill this out, and then get a punch in there and whack it with a hammer to free up the wedge, and then put some mountain bike bars and a junk front wheel in the front, and slid it right out. So that's a fun video on getting stuck stems out. So I went and bought this. They charged me $5 for it because I want this bolt, which may or not be the same. Cinelli changed their design several times and they look the same. These are both new logo from about the same year. No, they're about the same height. They're about all the same. The one I have is an old logo from the early 70s, so it may or may not be totally different. We'll see. So 2 Cinelli stems. And I got these Salsa cross tops. They're just singles. They're not matching. They're both lefts. This one's been ground on or filed on to clear something. But, you know, nice thing about black parts is you can just hit them with a little Sharpie, call it home anodizing, and it hides it. You can't really tell. It's kind of cool. It's got little drilliumies and stuff. It's 2 salsa levers. I think they charged me $7 for the pair. It's a discount because they weren't matching. Alright, now, first I grabbed some free wheels in the bottom. We'll get to them, but there are 2 giant free boxes, and I had to dig through them. I found another set of these Portland Design Works full metal fenders. These fenders are so expensive new. I couldn't not grab them. This one is definitely missing the fork crown hardware. It's kind of a bummer. And this one's missing the little dudes. They sell all the hardware separately, but they got the mud flaps. They got the parts. Even if I get them just for parts, that's fine. I have a few other sets. I don't know what size they are. They made a 650 Beast, I think. So they made a 650 size and a 700 size that look the same as these, so I'll have to play with them. If they're 650B, they might be really cool for the Terry. I have another set of them. I'm also hoping they're 650B out to go play with, but these ones might just be parts, so I'll have to order some hardware for them. So I got those out of the free box. I also grabbed this out of the free box. This is the first thing I saw do with the free box. It is a mint condition old Blackburn titanium water bottle cage. crazy. I got like 18 bucks for one of these the other day on eBay. Somebody said they saw someone get 40 bucks for one of these at a swap meet. There's a little scuffing on this very bottom corner, but that's fine. Yeah, crazy. Alright. Got tons of water bottle cages hanging all over the place in my way. I need to get some footage of the salvage sale one of these days. Maybe next week. We'll see. I got one other thing out of the free box. Ooh. I got one of these little Shimano 31.8 clamp-on adapters. So this clamps onto your down tube. You can use a braze-on front derailleur on this clamp. So you put it wherever you want. Make any old braze-on front derailleur fit any old 31.8 bike. I got a bunch of these. I use them sometimes. I mostly sell them on eBay. I get like $8, $9. It's not really worth it, but it makes people's days when I have them because they're hard to find. So after that, I went and started digging through the brake levers and the stems and all that stuff. I'm like, meh, whatevs. I was walking by, I saw this chrome bar, and I was like, you know, it's an ugly chrome bar, but then I noticed it's got the NJS logo on it. No key. It's happy breathing, bud. So that makes this a Nitto B123 400mm track drop. It's got the original price tag still on it. You can't read it. Oh, 25 bucks. Oh, it's a used price tag. 25 bucks. But it's not scuffy at all. It's really clean. Are NJS chromo steel track bars like in super high demand? No. Sometimes some tracky racer kids want them for their tracky racery bikes. And you know, $2 a pound. This thing weighs at least 2 or 3 pounds. So $6 or $7 bucks. I'm gonna take it out swap meet tomorrow. Maybe I can get 25 bucks for it. Who knows? Probably not, but who knows? Or maybe I'll get another track bike someday. So I was digging through the stems. I only found this one interesting one. It's a 3T. It's pretty light. I think it was there last week and I passed on it. It's got little cute bolts. It's long and it says 3T right on the front and stuff. I don't know. I barely ever sell threadless stems. Later on, I think this is the very last thing I got. Somebody else, I think BMX Gary, we were hanging out and talking some. He pulled these out to make fun of them, and I was like, actually, these ITM bars are a pretty nice bar. They're pretty highly valuable because they're from the 80s, but they have the anatomic bend, which some guys like, so guys want some error correct bars for their old bikes. It says they are Anatomica 44. But I don't know what that means. Some of these Italian bars measure outside to outside instead of the more common center to center like we do now. So it could be anything. Weight 260 grams. Hardness 160 HB. Like it's got info on it, you know? On the backside's got way more info. There's like so much info. They're kind of cool. Then I went to my red bin, which is the new place to just throw everything miscellaneous because they're lazy, and that's fun. And in it was this kit of definitely used, or at least opened and futzed with. There's like a rough cut end, but it's a kit of Pro Shift cable kit from Shimano. And there is 2 brand new Shimano shift cables and some Shimano 4mm shift housing. Which is, doesn't look used, but it looks like, you know, maybe someone tried to trim it or cut it or take a little piece out. It's got all the ferrules and all the stuff. It's basically a brand new kit. Originally $45.06. I don't know. The world's crazy. Stuff usually runs like 25 bucks or something. Who knows? Who knows? But, you know, I always need nice new shift cables and housing and kits and stuff. And you're always doing bikes. Like, it's crazy. No one cares about this stuff. Went to the chain rings and I got 3. I think I only got 3. So this looks like an 8-speed era Shimano 39 tooth, but it could be 9-speed. But it looks like, you know, 105 and Ultegra. It's like the stamped thin aluminum, like almost like a stamped steel inner ring. It's got like 90, 80, 75% life left. Alright, it's light though, it doesn't matter. I got this FSA inner 34 tooth, so 110/34. It's really good size. I keep meaning to switch nothing special Schwinn down to a 34. Ooh, it says 48/34 on it, so at some point they made a 48 outer to match this. That's cool. And this one Shimano Biopace Computer Design 52. It's got the weird champagne finish, which no one cares about. I don't know, it's pretty clean. It's like no wear, man. I don't know. It's not gonna be 13 bucks for on eBay. And then BMX Gary started looking through the tubes, and I was like, oh, tubes. And then I realized the tubes have been just, you know, weird sizes for a while now. They added a bunch of new stuff. It's all the stuff that got donated to them. It's all somebody else's brand new stuff. But I can't believe they wouldn't use them. These are specialized 700 by 20 to 28C with a long 60mm Presta valve. So really good for like deep V's, stuff like that. So I got 2, 4, 5, 6, 7 of those dudes so far. I got a 740 to 45mm with a 48mm Presta valve. So that's cool. It's not a size I mess with too much, big commuter stuff. Got a Air Comp Michelin Ultralight 650 18 to 23 with a 40mm Presta valve. So a weird 650C tube. I don't know, I'll never use it. And then a pair of Schwabe SVAs, 26-inch tube. It says 26, there's a bunch of sizes, and none of them's marked, so I don't really know what it is, so maybe they mean it fits all these things. 26 by 1, 26 by 1.1, 1.25, 135, 1.4, and 1.5. So I like these Schwabe tubes, these 26 by 1.5s for 650D by 38s. They'll be fine. I might have to pump them up a little bit more often than usual. But they're a high quality tube and pretty light, and you know, they charge me $2 a piece for tubes, but I think he charged me 30 bucks for all of this stuff, so I definitely got charged way less than $2 for tubes. He's just rounding up and down. I got this tire, it's been there for a few weeks. It looks used, but like, oh, it's kind of, I didn't even realize that. I thought that was the casting line in it, but I squeeze it, it's actually just cracked to pieces. This tire is totally junk. I'm glad he undercharged me because I'm just going to throw this in the recycling. Because what is the point? Maybe I'll save the tube. Because the tire that came on my Bob trailer is totally cracked and junk. And so is this one. I should have checked closer. Oh, I got another bar. There's a bunch of mountain bike bars and no one cares. But this one says Koski Engineering on it. I don't think that this is a cool bar. It's just an aluminum flat bar. But Koski made the really cool fork for Bridgestones in like '89 for like the MB1 that everyone's obsessed with. I used to have one. So maybe someone will think it's cool, this bar. I bought a cable lock because I'm a psychopath. It's brand new, specialized. It's got 3 keys. I bought a cable lock last time that had a combo. I put it on the Bob trailer so I can lock it to my back wheel of my bike so someone can't walk off the trailer. And that seems fine. But I really prefer keys because I'm not going to be able to remember that combo forever. So I grabbed this dude. It's fine. It's really heavy, so maybe I won't use it. I still think I can just put it in the back of my truck because I assume I'm going to go buy bikes in the back of my truck. I usually do in the summer and go out garage sale and buy bikes and then, you know, go park somewhere. So I might stick this in the old back of the truck to lock up some bikes just for a minute while I'm shopping. Got one brand new Avid 74mm caliper bracket ISO 160 frame 200mm rotor. It's brand new bolts and the thing, and I'll put it on eBay for 10 bucks and someone will buy it eventually. Now Carl, when I got there, walked up to me and gave me 2 things and said I needed them and to throw in my bag and take them. I probably paid more for this because it was in the bag by the pound than they would have just charged me, but who knows. This is an old, crusty Brooks saddle. It's the B17 Champion Special. It's got the hammered copper rivets. It's real old and hard and crusty. I do have the leather care stuff, so I will soak this thing and see if we can bring it back some. It's not as crusty as the one on my... it's not as crusty. I have one of these on my 60s Peugeot single speed I made by PX10 single speed, and one of these on my Nothing Special Schwinn. I need to put that PX10 up for sale. I do not ride it. So it's totally cool. It might come back, and old crusty Brooks are cooler than brand new Brooks, honestly. Well, I have it. The other thing Carl gave me, when we went back the second time, we're messing around, Carl goes, I'm sick of looking at this, I'm sick of dealing with it, and he handed it to me. I should have taken a picture, but BMX Gary was there. I knew he would love it even more, so I ran over and gave it to Gary. It was an old Philwood BMX crank sprocket. So it's like a spider that goes on like a one-piece BMX crank. And it's silver, and it says Phil on it, and it's like 5-bolt, like 110 5-bolt on the outside, so you can put whatever chainring you want onto the old one-piece cranks instead of using like a one-piece crank chainring. Very cool. Gary was freaked out because I just like showed it to him. He's like, oh! I handed it to him. He's like, oh, what? And I'm like, it's yours, dude. He's like, what? And I'm like, Carl just gave it to me, dude. He said he was sick of looking at it. It fell off his bench. It's been up on his bench for years. Like, he says a bunch of like old cool bike stuff up there for looks. And Gary's like, dude, I've been looking for one of these for a while. They're impossible to find because BMX Gary's the BMX bike museum guy. He's got all the BMX stuff. And he went with me over to Bike Farm too, and we found 4 or 5 BMX brake levers and an old BMX bottom bracket, brand new in a cup and stuff. He was like the cup cartridge bottom bracket. He was super excited. So we got that, and it was super cool. He's like, man, it was so worth coming back over here. We walked by and we saw Dumpster Dave. I haven't seen him that much lately, and he was out front talking to some chick. He was all excited to see BMX Gary. He didn't even acknowledge my presence. Big jerk. So we got that. Got like 4 other things in here. So I got one of these mirrors. These are the weird bar-in mirrors. These are the best ones. This one's got the big fat road bike part on it, which is a shame. I like the skinnier mountain bike one for flat bars. And they've got like little brass washers in there and little bolts so you can tighten them down. Yeah, mirror cycle. You sell the crap out of these. You can tighten them down and use them on like a friction shifter. You can still turn and adjust them when you're riding your bike. It's for old people. People want bike mirrors and hybrids and stuff, so most of them put them on. I have 2 or 3 of them already. I don't know why I grabbed it. I grabbed this one crazy tire lever. Speed lever, it says. I don't know. I want to play with it. Look at this. It's got an extendy handle to make it easier to brake with leverage. And a weird shape. I don't know. I don't know, but I want to play with it. I didn't pay tool price for it. It's through the bin because it's the red bucket, not the tool bucket, so it cost probably 10 cents at $2 a pound. Somebody else asked for a tire lever. I told them where they were, and they grabbed them and they charged them $2 for it, so who knows? I got one front derailleur digging through the derailleur bin. It is a SRAM Force. It's Brazon. It's got an adapter. It looks like 34.9 adapter. I think I have a SRAM Force. It might be a rival rear. Looks like maybe someone swapped one of these bolts out, or maybe it just come with 2 different bolts. It's weird. Someone probably swapped it out. It's ugly and weird. But, you know, it's a SRAM and rival and stuff. I'll put it on eBay. Someone will want it eventually. I found these tools in the free box. It is like a little stamped steel flat 13 and a 15, so really a cone wrench. And it's got like a 2mm Allen and like a 5 and a 6. I mean, that's a 4 and a 5. Should know these things. So it's like a little toolkit. I always grab these, I don't know why. I'll just take it with the swap meet. I'm trying to take a lot of tools in swap meet. Also, this bag was in there. I didn't even open it. I just grabbed it. It says Park Tools on it. It's Velcro-y. What weirdness stuff is in here? Oh, we got an old Park Tools chain pin tools. Has never been used. A weird little Park Tools multi-tool. It's got like an 8 and a 6 and a 5 and a 10mm wrench and an 8mm wrench and like a 4 and like a 2 and like a screwdriver. These are cool. I've never used one. This is like a nice little touring kit. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, this is a nice little touring kit. I have never even seen this tool. I'm in love with this. An 8/9 on one side. Got like 2 little steps. It's a 10 on the other side. And it's got a beer bottle opener. Park Tools $2.99. This is cool, man. Oh, I'm really glad I grabbed this. Park Tools, emergency use only. It looks like a little, maybe like a little tiny tire boot and a big giant instructions. Set of Park Tools tire levers, real thin, flat ones. Oh, they're magnetic, maybe? Or maybe they just press fit on. Okay. Some weird tire levers. And one of the nicer Park 3-way spoke wrenches. It's not super light, but this is great. This is totally a nice little touring kit, little Velcro-y thing. I go on bike tour. I'm going to have to make myself a nice little touring kit. I'm paranoid, so I'm going to want to take way too many tools. This is kind of pretty perfect. I mean, I probably won't use any of it. Maybe the tire boot. Also, if you don't know this, for bike touring, and even if you're just on a long ride, Mylar and Tyvek are almost puncture-proof. Tyvek is what they use for like the white material they put on the side of houses before they like put siding on, and they use it. The US Post Office uses it for like their flat rate envelopes. Stuff is like unpuncturable and really cheap, and the post office has a flat rate envelopes out for free. So if you put a big gash in a tire by a post office, go there and get one. Cut a nice boot out of it. Also, dollar bills. The paper they make dollar bills out of is like unpuncturable. Everyone's got a dollar bill on them, so you got a big gash in your tire. You can fold up a dollar bill or tear a big chunk off and stick it in the tire like a liner, and try and protect your tube so you can keep riding. Get you where you need to go. I know people have done that on like a tour and then forgot and then rode for literally years on a tire with a giant gash in it and went and changed. You're like, oh wait, there's still a dollar in here. Oh man, I should have changed this tire. And then Mylar is what they use for candy bar wrappers, like Snickers and stuff like that. That stuff's about unpuncturable too, so you can always find a grocery store. You should probably have a couple of snack bars in your pocket anyways when you're on a long ride. You can use that as a boot. So you patch your tube and put that boot in between the patch and the tire, and between the patch and that boot, probably won't get anything right in there to slash up your tire again, even through a big hole. There's some junk fender in there, but it had a recessed bolt and a big thick spacer, so I took them off because I wanted it. I grabbed three freewheels. So another Saks Maillard, pretty small road free. I didn't even look at it. These Saks ones are never worn out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. They have a bunch of good seals. They're never worn out. 7-speed. And it's small and roady, so that it's not in high demand, but it's great. Another Saks Maillard that's even smaller. Look how tiny this is. It's like a 21 tooth. This is the big cog. Jeez. This one's got to be like a 24 or something. I can't see it. It's a little too dirty. So I got the two Saks wheels. They're very heavy. And one Suntour. Unscrew, Suntour Japan, patent, Medea Industries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 speeds? And it's really too dirty for me to be able to tell how worn it is. I'll go home and clean it up and see. It might just be for parts. But guys, buy these old Suntour ones for parts all the time. They're really easy to take apart. You can mismatch the cogs all the years and stuff. It's pretty great. So, you know, not a ton of stuff, but some good stuff. I mean, God, tubes are like 10 bucks a piece right now. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, like 90 bucks worth of tubes. And most of them in good sizes I'll use. This fun, funky old Brooks, which I will definitely soak in leather care stuff a whole bunch, and maybe it'll come back. Worst case, it's all flared out and like sharp because leather's hard, so worst case you can drill a few holes in the sides and both sides and put a shoelace or something through it and tie it together on the bottom. Guys do that all the time. You see it, and that's fun. Cruddy old Brookses are fun. I don't know why. Yeah, that toolkit, kind of a highlight. It's two Cinelli stems. Maybe one of those bolts will come out and fit my old logo stem, which was I used for the video yesterday. Because the old logo stems are worth way more than the new logo. They're from the 70s versus the 80s, and they're that old logo stem's also short, so it's a smaller bike. And all the old guys are getting older all the time. They just can't be riding them 110 stems on their bikes. They really need to get those 90s. They're all trying to get a little shorter, a little more upright. They don't want to put Technomics in their bikes and riser bars and cruiser bars. Yeah, they're trying. They're trying to stay racy. I know the feeling. I'm trying to. But that's all my scores for today. It was cool getting to see my old business partner from Kenton Cycle Repair, and you know, it's cool seeing BMX Gary and Carl and all the dudes. The swap meet is coming up. I was trying to talk the CCC dude. I think his name's Rick. And to go into the swap meet. BMX Gary says he's probably going to go. I'm going to load the back of my truck down and drive. And I got a big pop tent, so I'll pop out out shade. Got a couple of folding tables, so a little bit of tables. And take some cardboard boxes to flip up and make it into the shape of tables or something. I'll be drinking beer and driving old trucks and selling bike parts. It'll be cool. Probably buying bike parts. I'm trying just to sell. I got rid of stuff. Because my move is coming. But that is my video, and thanks for watching. The dogs made a bunch of noise, but none of them popped up and said hi. But anyways, yeah, thanks for watching.